Hey guys, we are back for Empire Season 6 episode. It will be in the description because I don't remember what number we're on. That piece of hair is bothering me. Sorry. But I'm going to start my video with this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. A lot of you guys watched this video. And one of the trends in this episode is women supporting women. A lot of my audience I see is women. So go ahead, support your girl. Even if you're a man, I don't care who's watching. Go ahead and support my channel. It's free by subscribing. I get hundreds and hundreds of watches on my Empire videos, and I would really appreciate it if you guys would just go ahead and subscribe if you're watching. Thank you. I appreciate it. Anyway, let's get into this episode. It starts off where, Lucius and Damon Cross's little sugar baby, Damon Cross's daughter, she shows up because she slapped him last episode and was like, talking stuff. And then he was like, what are you doing here? And whatnot. And she was like, is that all you got to say to me? And then he was like, I don't know what you're doing here. And he kind of just kicks her to the curb. And she was like, I know that there's more going on with you. You think that they need you here, but they don't need you. Apparently, I don't know, maybe she need him. Girl, you don't need him either. He ain't shit. So, but he kind of just sends her on her little merry way. But she's like, you're a different person and you just feel like you need to uphold this and blah, blah, blah. But, girl, bye, whatever. So that happens. So from there, we see Terry and Andre rolling around in the sheets, getting freaky in the morning, like afternoon delight or something, or morning something. And, they talking about how Andre is trying to take Empire in another direction and how he should keep pursuing that even though that he got sabotaged by Lucius, like, just hit it another way type thing and whatnot. Because how he did the whole thing with Treasure's album, and Terry was still encouraging her husband, like, don't let Lucius stinking self discourage you. Go ahead about that. You're still the permanent CEO or whatever. Go ahead and pursue that. Keep going about it. So from there, we see the tea talk with Cookie or whatnot, and they asked, Cookie, what you do over the weekend? How you been, girl? And she was like, I did a little sister trip and it was nothing. We was low key. And then it was like, well, it didn't seem like that to us. And they brought out the footage of the brawl, when they was in Miami, and they had that, like, they was on them pills and they got arrested. And they're like, girl, you look good. And they put Cookie's first mugshot when she got arrested 17 years ago, probably 18, 19 years ago now, to her now. So I'm like, girl, you still look good, Then tried to make a black don't crack type of joke, but about jail shit. I'm like, girl, y'all, pictures, whatever. So after that, she just kind of like downplayed, like, Cookie diffused the situation about them trying to come for her and everything. And then she was like, you know what, if this was another mistake, I would have dragged y'all and all this. But she's like, you know what, therapy works, y'all, because I'm not whooping these hoes' ass. I mean, she didn't say that like that, but whatever. So she kind of flips it around and show how, like, she's evolved or whatnot, and says how therapy's been helping her. And then when she leave, I guess the producers or whatnot are standing out there waiting for her, or the representatives, and they're like, oh yeah, we like the way you turned it around, Cookie. And then she was like, I want a segment to do on music and whatnot, because the other chick, she gets a thing to do her little have her comedy people or whatnot, and let them shine a light on these comedy folks for 3 minutes. And I want to have a little segment for music and put my people, raw talent, out there. And they're like, oh no, we don't know if we can have time for that, and blah, 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 blah. We kind of just like, you Cookie Time threatening to slap a bitch and all that, because they want her for that kind of hood element on, like, old street ghetto stuff. but non-threatening. I'm like, really, really. But y'all know that's how that shit really goes. Cause look how they did so many other people, and I ain't even gonna mention the whole. I don't want to mention Tamar because Tamar ain't hood for real, girl. You came from a very private, like a family. Tony Braxton had been famous and all that. You wasn't poor. You just came out there acting real hood and ghetto for no reason. But anyway, I didn't want to mention that, but that kind of reminded me of that. And then with the little comedy segment, that reminded me of the whole Lonnie Love. Anyway, y'all, if you know what I'm talking about, you know. If you don't, then you don't. So from there, we see Treasure and her stats and everything, and they're having a meeting about, Treasure being, her sales are up and everything, and her record is a success and all that. And Andre's there. It's like the whole board meeting, but it's like, okay, but she's like Tiana still, Tiana 2.0. And then Andre interjects after Lucius is stating the stats about her music because he's seeming more focused about the numbers of it. But Andre's like, yeah, but let's read from the critics saying that how she's Tiana 2.0 and all her songs, there may be a couple bops, but it just ain't nothing original. And it's like we don't see her career going all that far with her sitting here piggybacking and on somebody else's style and everything like that. So then, Lucius, he's getting a little flared in the nostrils and upset. And he's like, oh, can y'all give me and my son, some time alone or whatnot? And Andre's like, nah, everybody sit on down. If you got something to say, homeboy or daddy, say it to me right now. Don't be trying to treat me. You're going to treat me and then dismiss people and try to come at me again. No, just say it right now. We grown. So go ahead and do that then. So that's what he did. And he was like, Lucius tried to, this whole episode was a pissing contest between Andre and Lucius. And then the past few episodes have kind of been that. And it's just like, really, really. So he was talking about he's gonna take over back as, CEO and take his company back. But he was like, I'm sorry, Pops, you do not hold enough shares in this company. This is a publicly traded company to regain and claim that you're back as CEO. So from where I'm standing right now, we're gonna go forward as what I want to do. And I'm going to still be the acting CEO because you don't hold the shares at this moment. So Lucius was looking a little stuck. And that's what it was. Finally, because I'm like, Andre, why didn't you say this before? Like, why didn't you say this when he was giving you a hard time about the whole treasure thing and everything? I'm like, what? So, whatever. So, from there, we jump to Bossy Media. Tiana, she's uncanceled. Yeah, everybody playing her song. Pop it, whatever. So, she's talking about how her glam squad and what the next move she want to do and all this and that. And that Becky and Giselle are baroque. They didn't put all the money to sign Tiana and that non-singing singer. Where's she at? Why she ain't bringing in no duckies of money? Cause they talked about her in a couple episodes, and she ain't bringing no money in, and they done gave this money out to people. And Tiana's talking about she gonna give them the number of her glam squad because they only fly first class and they only do this and blah blah blah. And they was like, we ain't got the money for this and all that. Well, shouldn't have signed her because all her peoples is used to a certain custom to a certain thing. And if you can't provide that, and if they ain't trying to humble themselves and ride coach or something, then y'all got a problem. Yup. So anyway, from there, it goes to Cookie and she in therapy. And then she was like, oh, I'm going through all this stuff and all that. And I then got arrested in Miami. And then they talking about me on shit on T-Talk and all that. But her therapist is like, do you realize I'm not saying anything bad towards you because did you attack them at what's the name? Like at your job? Did you, when you got arrested, how did you handle all these things? Have you spoken to, like, this whole entire session? Have you talked about Lucius? No. How you been sleeping, girl? I've been sleeping good, like a baby. She didn't say that, but I'm just saying. So yes, it's like you are, don't be apologetic because of people trying to bust you out for certain things. You did not ask nobody to drug you. That was just something that happened, and the things that happen afterwards is whatever. And the whole Lucia's old funky dirty self. Excuse me, I had to burp. That's just it. It is what it is, or whatnot. So you need to be proud of like the little things and stuff like that. So she was like, oh, okay. So she wasn't seeing the brighter side of things, and then her therapist put stuff in perspective. From there, we see Hakeem again. I'm like, oh hey, Hakeem, how you been? Where you been? Um, he in the studio like rapping, tapping, and dapping. And Cookie in there, and she, helping or just in there giving good energy. I don't know. She wasn't really doing shit. And then all of a sudden Andre come in and he was like, oh hey mama, are you gonna come in and produce his whole album or some shit? Because Cookie trying to get back to the music, but not within Empire because Lucius is up in there and just acting a fool still. She ain't trying to deal with him. So Andre goes to Cookie saying like, hey ma, I need you, you still got those shares up with Empire. She's like, yeah, I got those shares, but I'm not gonna give them to you or side with you. It's other people on the board. She's like, that's my retirement plan. I'm not going to ruffle feathers between you and your father. Y'all need to work that out amongst yourselves. And if you want to get somebody else's shares or backing, go ahead. It's plenty of other people whose shares you can get, but you ain't gonna get mine, baby. I'm sorry. I'm not going to intervene with that type of family feud with between y'all. So I was like, oh, okay, it is what it is. And she won't walk on off on him. So from there, we see Hakeem coming to, do his little co-parent. It's apparently him and Devon are cool at that point. And once he walks in, to Tiana's apartment, which was their apartment or loft or whatever, together, and he coming to get like the babies because he coming to get his kids, Bella and little Prince or whatnot. And Hakeem been quote unquote on the road on tour and filming for Lucius's biopic and everything. So he hasn't been around his kids. Lil Bella, she know him because she's older. But when you're away from a toddler or a very young child for a long amount of time, they gonna look at you sideways. They gonna know who they're with them on a regular basis. And apparently that's been Devon because when he was supposed to be getting Little Prince ready to go and everything, Little Prince started acting a whole plum fool, screaming, and didn't even want to be with Hakeem and acted like he was a total stranger. I'm like, that's what happens. Little kids got very short-term memory. That's why you need to be around, and that's why you need to be a father to your children. You chose to go to work, homeboy, and that's now you got to deal with that choice. So, well, and he want to sit there and look like he got the boo-boo face and everything. I'm like, well, you chose to do that. You didn't bring your kids with you. You ain't apparently seen this child in a while for him to act like that with you. So, okay, because usually kids, even if they ain't seen a parent for like even a little bit, they still know. But I'm like, how long you been gone, Hakeem? But it's been several episodes, so it's probably been gone. He been gone for a while. So it is what it is. Anyway, from there, Cookie and Lucius, they're talking or whatnot, and he talking to Cookie about talking about some, this is supposed to be our empire and our legacy and all that, and that was something that we were supposed to have together. It's like, Lucius, don't come at me about that because you said my little 400K was gone and you spent it on bubblegum and all that money and everything from when I served time, and you said you built this on your own and you ain't owe me nothing like that, and this was your legacy, not mine. So don't be trying to come bring me in when it's convenient for your ass, okay? And she's like, my legacy are my children, so I am going to side with Andre, not you, my nigga. No. So that's how she treated him on that. He like, you know how Lucius is. So now we're at Bossy Media, And Cookie is rolling through, and she was like, "Oh, looky, looky! I see. I thought that y'all was gonna be able to do shit without Empire, but I see that y'all really made fetch happen, and I'm really here for it. And to show that I'm good in good faith, because she's trying to go get back into doing, have a music thing. She was like, "How things going with Tiana?" And then they were kind of just like, more than so much words saying that, like, they ain't got the money to support that type of the lifestyle that Tiana is used to, and they ain't got the money to like really keep the lights on, barely just keep the lights on and type of stuff. But they do what they can do. And then she was like, "Why don't y'all let me manage and do an event to bring y'all you know worldwide or nationwide coverage about who y'all are, and get Tiana the coverage that she needs, and I will do it for you absolutely free. Just let me produce it or whatnot." And they were like, "Oh, what's the case?" It was like, they were like, "Okay." That's what we don't think about it. Like, nope, we thought about it. Yes, because yeah, they need that exposure for Tiana, because they didn't have nothing for Tiana, and they sitting around looking stuck on stupid because she didn't do the Christian holy coming to Jesus thing. So they were out of money and capital for her anyway. From there, we see White Tracy and Lucius meeting, two devils coming together and whatnot. And then she was like, "Oh, I'm happy that more taking me more serious, Lucius. And that we can come together and put things aside and blah 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 blah." And he was like, White Tracy, he can call White Tracy, but he just wants her. He's pretty much trying to butter her up and get her shares and her support to back him against Andre. I'm like, you just be plotting and scheming against your own. It be your own daddy out here trying to on some fuck shit. Like, really, Lucius? This is what you doing? You want to beat your own children to the ground? I would hate to be your enemy. That's how it is. It's like, these are your kids, and you up against them like that. Like, really? You like pathetic as fuck. Like, really? So she's sitting there, and then she was like, "Okay, I'll back you, support for support. If I support you with these shares and all that from what I got in Empire, then I want you to back Philly streets." I mean, he's not doing music anymore, but he's got like a lot of producers. He's producer credits with a lot of artists that he's got that he wants to come out with. And if you back me on that, then I got you. And he was like, "Yeah, sure." I don't know how, excuse me, y'all. I don't know how legit or how truthful he gonna be. As far as, I'm surprised he ain't just killed White Tracy or made her OD off of something. You know how evil he is. Maybe Dwight won't kill her because he didn't already had this drove his son to kill himself. So maybe that's it. So, and then Philly Streets, who is David Banner. We'll see. He ain't came back since that one episode, but we'll see if he makes another appearance. So from there, we see Lucius walk into the, thinking that he got this whole upper hand, because he walks back into his former office that is now Andre's office, in Empire, and he's trying to talk about, "So, well, I got the shares and the back end, so we gonna go about and do stuff the way I want to do it." But then on the side, we see Patel, and Patel is siding with Andre, and he wants us to see. And then the thing is Andre was like, "Well, we don't want to, any like AUSA, whatever her name was, that old funky bitch. I don't remember her name coming back after you." So that old racist hoe. So we need to just go with what Andre is gonna do, and because we don't really want your name on as CEO again until all of that is just completely out of people's minds and way in the back of their minds. So we just gonna stick with Andre being the CEO for now. So calm down, Lucius. So Lucius was looking a little salty after that. After that, we see Lucius up to his old dirty dog ways. He calls up we see him pulling in the car black car off to the side by Empire with Mario. I mean, Devon is already in the car, and then Treasure gets in the car, and he like, how do y'all feel about Andre and how his direction right now? Well, and then they started complaining. Well, he does keep calling us in for every little meeting and all this. I'm like, you can't please nobody because he out here for y'all and trying to make sure that y'all get y'all voice heard and y'all sound heard. But bitch, y'all still complaining. Who? So what if he comes up like he keep calling us in and we gotta keep practicing and doing this and this and this and this? I'm like, well, what the fuck do you want? You can't please no damn body. So I'm like, shut the fuck up. But anyway, she was complaining, Devon was complaining too, and then he was like, well, why don't you remember about who, after you fell off that stage, who picked you back up and made you confident enough to get back out there, and who did this? So referring to when Treasure literally fell off the fucking stage and he gave her the confidence, and then she tried to throw some coochie, but he didn't want it, literally referring to that. And then when Devon fell off, not literally, but like when he was on some other stuff and Lucius picked his ass up too. So he was just pretty much saying, in other words, calling back in these favors that he's done and the shit that work that he's put into them as artists, and saying like, yeah, you need to show your loyalty to me because Andre wasn't there to pick your ass up off the ground. I was. So there he goes with that and his manipulation. So, okay. He thinks, I don't know, he's ridiculous. Anyway, so from there we go to Hakeem and Andre, and then Andre is like, hey, I'm glad that you still siding with me instead of Pops or whatnot. And then Hakeem was like, we family, of course I'm gonna stick with you and everything, but I need you to do me a solid, bro. I need you to send Devon on tour because this dude is living in my house, fucking my, was they ever married? Well, my baby mama, and my son sitting here damn near calling him daddy, and he don't even want to come to me. Whose fault is that, Hakeem? We already discussed this. Or whatnot. And then Andre pretty much told him the same thing. He like, whose fault is that? You the one that said you wanted to be on this biopic and be gone for months. You the one that said that you want to do this. If you got a problem and you have all this and your son don't know you, whose fault is that? It is yours and yours alone. You need to solve that. It ain't got shit to do with what's going on right now. I know I am not going to send this man on tour because it's not beneficial to the business right now. That's some personal shit, my nigga. And you need to figure it out. So that's how that went. Anyway, from there, we go to the Bossy Media event, and who, none other than little stinking ass Angela Yee from the Breakfast Club and Lip Service is the announcer or DJ or whatnot, because it's a whole woman production. And she goes and she announces Tiana, and Tiana come out with her little Caribbean afro and like dancers and all this, still giving me like fake Rihanna revives and all that, and she dancing and doing her little thing or whatnot. And as this is going on, the producers from Cookie's show are watching and liking what they see. And Giselle and them, they loving this because they ain't really have to do shit but show the fuck up. So it was a win for everybody, and Cookie showed how she can get shit together and get shit done. So from there, and it was a nice little event for women empowerment. Y'all remember how that was a big word back, last year, a couple years ago, women empowerment. And it was like people was getting massages, manicures, pedicures, drinks. I don't know if this was, I guess you probably had to pay for the event, I'm sure. But yeah, it was a nice, cute little event. I'm like, okay. So from there, Cookie pretty much showed up and showed out and showed what she can do. And then they were like, oh my God, Cookie, we doubted you and all this, and we want to do more stuff like this and blah blah blah. So they was kissing Cookie's ass, the producers kissing her ass at this point, and she was like, and every time I said we're willing to offer you this and blah blah blah, she was like, y'all need to talk to my agent. I tried to talk to y'all on my own before, so bump y'all now. Talk to my agent, and y'all better offer me a good amount of money. Deuces. So that's what that was. I was like, okay, girl, know your worth. Know your worth. So from there, we are back at Empire, or where they do the little club stuff at Empire. And Maya, she was scattered throughout the pumpkin, not pumpkin, pound cake little. I was gonna say something real OC. I was gonna say pumpkin little rape baby. That is horrible, y'all. That was horrible. But anyway, pumpkin little baby, grown up baby. That was awful. Sorry, y'all. That was not funny. But anyway, but she was sitting there doing doing her little assistant stuff for Andre or whatnot. And then we're at Andre's Empire Raw event. And it starts off with Hakeem. Hakeem made it real fucking personal. He was sitting there, so I'm talking directly to Tiana, even though Tiana is not on that label no more, so she ain't in the audience no more, Hakeem. Hopefully she streams it somewhere and sees that. I mean, I'm sure she'll hear about it, but he's talking about I gotta raise my kids on FaceTime, and you having another nigga in my house raising my kids. I'm like, whose fault is that? Like, do y'all share joint custody? So it's just on you pretty much to keep up with that. I get so tired of people getting upset about somebody raising their kids when they ain't even available around to do the shit themselves. Like, who are you blaming? Like, don't be pointing the blame nowhere, but look at that man or woman in the mirror. Like, really. Don't have kids if you don't want to be with them, or you can't be with them. What the hell? Anyway, so from there, he has his little song singing to Tiana. He got all these pictures and video of them from Christmas and with the babies and having a good old time before shit fucked up and whatnot. He's sitting there trying to get the sympathy from all these hoes or whatnot. But I'm like, you need to ask questions. Why ain't you around your kids? Because it ain't like Tiana's telling him he can't be around his child. He is too booked and busy. So, okay. So from there, Andre comes out or whatnot. He hugged Hakeem and stuff. He comes out. He introduces Treasure. And then we see Cookie and Lucius on the side. Whatnot, because she was like, oh, you just mad because Andre can do stuff better, he does things better than you, and you're threatened by him and blah blah blah. She's talking all this stuff, and Lucius is like smug as hell, old dirty dog, sitting there because we already know that he got all types of sabotage up his sleeve. So Andre's sitting there, he like, before this artist was a artist out doing her thing, she was helping people in the prison system, blah blah blah. Everybody forget about that's how Treasure came on the scene, because she got so ridiculous and lost in the sauce of fame that you forget that's what she came into the show. But anyway, he introducing Treasure. Crickets. Treasure does not come out because she Lucius already got to her and Divine. So whatever. So Cookie is talking to him. She was like, Lucius, you ain't shit. She was like, you sit there and you so hell bent on somebody taking your company from you, or somebody doing this to you, holding on, you willing to tear your own family down, tear your own sons down. Like, it's enough your fucking, she ain't say this, but I'm saying it. It's enough you done did so wrong to your real firstborn son, that he done committed suicide. And Andre ass crazy than that thing, bipolar, and you sitting here put him through all this stress when he think that he about to make it, and already tried his whole patience in all these meetings, and you gonna sit there and sabotage his stuff. And this man got a whole new family with little Walker Lucius, and you just ain't shit. Like, but I mean, she ain't say that, but I'm saying it because, like, really though, that's how you gonna treat your own children. You ain't supposed to down them and kick them in the dirt and laugh in their face. You're supposed to help them and uplift him. Andre ain't never did a damn thing. I mean, besides, after all the abuse you done gave him, of course, he lashed out and tried to get you killed But look how you did him first, though. But then y'all reconciled, and he ain't did nothing to you lately. But it's like, dang. So anyway, he started feeling bad because Cookie didn't talk some type of sense to him. So, but before that, Cookie goes and she tells, first she was like, tell Hockey he can come back out there. I don't know why he never came back out and started hopping across the stage like see Breezy and pop locking. But she was like, tell your truth, baby, because she told him previously in the episode, like, you need to tell them your story. You know how people get people signed, and what Lucius did, he told his story, and he sold his story of him rising, like a lion or whatever, and getting shit told. And then Andre, he went, Terry in the audience looking like, oh no, my baby daddy / husband and all that. And he told his story. He's talking about how he lost his first child and how he overcame so much stuff and how he always had the passion to, at first he handled the business of the stuff. And if a lot of y'all don't know, I'm bipolar and all this. So it's called Empire Raw. So he let it all out and everybody respected that. And then Lucius so funky, dirty dog ass gonna come out. And then he like, what did he say? They reconciled and he just said that he wants to be able to do it and build Empire together with Andre. I'm like, whatever, Lucius. And then they hug and stuff. And I'm like, I guess. And then Lucius tells Treasure come out. I'm like, bitch, you was there the whole time. I thought like if you wasn't gonna do it, you was gonna like go home. But you was there the whole time? Really though? Don't show face. I'm like, stank. She was just sitting there in the back of the dressing room the whole time. That was not okay with me. But anyway, so from there, Andre goes in, after the whole performance, Treasure's performance, Andre goes into his little dressing room or whatever. And then Terry's like, I'm so proud of you. You overcame all this and you did a good job and you won. And everybody said, she was like, no, but didn't nobody listen to me until Lucius came out. And he always had that problem but I'm like, you weren't that bored of me. And when Lucius said everybody leave and you said don't leave, they stay. I mean, it's just little baby steps. You got to be appreciative of that. But I guess it wasn't enough. So he was just still like in his head. And I'm like, shame the devil, because he was so in his head again. And after Terry was like, I'm so proud of you, and left, who's sitting there on the couch? His brother Kingsley, talking about you need to put this pops out to pasture, because if you really want to show who you are and take Empire, and lead it in the right to the future and get out that past, you need to kill Lucius. I'm like, damn. Everything, he just constantly always want to kill Lucius. So at this point, go ahead and kill Lucius. But I'm like, okay, I hope he ain't the one to kill Lucius and blew up Cookie. That'd be awful. It's your mama and she was on your side. I don't think so, y'all. But anyway, but Lucius, he took a little hit in his ego after all that stuff, after Andre won stuff back, and he wasn't as down and in the dumps as he would have liked his son to be, which is awful. Do your children like that. He go on and limp on over to his little sugar baby hairdresser. What's her name? I don't even remember her name, but them crossed order, and she was like, what are you doing here? He show up at her door and whatnot, and he only going, I can't stand that, y'all. I don't want to go on another rant. I went on a few rants in this episode or this, because I can't stand no old grown dirty dog ass man who can't deal with a woman his own age because he don't want to deal with his own fuck shit. And so he'll get with a younger woman who tries to change him or tries to be like, oh, I see better than you. Like, no, this man has a whole family and all these kids. And if they all think he's shit, then he's probably shit. Okay. And she's like talking about how they don't need you and all this. This man is a whole grandfather, girl. You think he just gonna need to leave his whole family and be with you and go sing on the beach? You are delusional. Your father don't even talk to you apparently, and that's why you got these daddy issues, okay? So it's just ridiculous when these old dirty dogs just try to feed off of some younger woman, dick them all the way down, excuse me, y'all, and then have their whole mind twisted and make them think they can change them and they can be together and be whatever they are to each other because they're supposed to. And he's all probably telling her, I wish I met you before Cookie or met you in another life, girl. He ain't shit. He had met you in another life or before or all that, girl, you weren't even born. Or if you was older or whatever, he probably wouldn't even want you. Okay? So it's total bullshit. Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But anyway, I just can't stand what old niggas try to do that. Like, no, leave this young girl alone. Like, whatever. Anyway, y'all, that's like, girl, he's just talking from experience. That's like, mind your business. But anyway, love y'all. That was a lot. Got to give y'all a good 35 minutes. Love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. I will see. I'm going hoarse again. My voice stay going out. I will see y'all later. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe and support your girl. I gained a lot of subscribers, but not as many as I got a lot of people who watch me, but still not as many who subscribes to me. So if you watching me, subscribe to me. They correlate, y'all. They just do. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Yeah. Please and thank you. I will see y'all later. Hope y'all have a good evening. I'm about to upload this right now. See y'all later. Peace. Bye.